Fellas, I come to you with some pretty bad news. With the combination of a recent leak as well as some damning new evidence, I can all but confirm that our favorite spawn villain knockoff won't actually be the mystery VGU of 2022. During my research, everything just kind of clicked into place perfectly. He's on the list for potential VGU candidates. Most of the other VGU candidates have been confirmed that they're not getting one this year. All the hints, teasers, and leaks suggesting we get some kind of 2022 Void event, it all just seemed to work out so well together, but unfortunately, I didn't dig deep enough. This new information I found isn't exactly recent, not even a few days or a week old. This was in the public eye over 3 months ago. A single Reddit post from Reeve3 that completely shatters any and all hope that Cho'gath is our mystery VGU this year. Choosing champions for VGUs is a lot more complicated than just choosing any high priority champion from the list. A lot goes into choosing a VGU champion. How many skins the champion has, what the team is passionate about, what are our resources currently like, etc, etc. Also, we might want to do 2 VGUs in the year, and we might not have the resources to do 2 VGUs with a ton of skins, or something like Shyvana, who would already have 2 forms for each skin. Udyr is already incredibly time consuming to make since he has multiple forms and also has an ultimate skin. So we wanted to choose something for the second VGU that was possible to get done that year, and less intensive overall than a multiple form champion or a champion with a massive skin catalog. We were also pretty strapped on design resources when we started that project, so we wanted to choose something that wasn't like a full kit makeover and would require a ton of design time. And just like that, one single Reddit post, the Cho'gath theory crumbles. Heavy skin catalog? As one of League's OGs, Cho has a ton of skins, 2 of which being legendaries and another 2 having unique animations. Doesn't require a full kit makeover? Guys, I love Cho'gath, I really do, but this character plays like you are perpetually playing on 200 ping. A multiple form champion? If Darkstar Cho'gath has taught us anything, it's that Cho changing shape as well as size the more stacks he gets heavily improves on his thematic fantasy. Let's be honest, how disappointed would we all be if the Cho'gath VGU came out without any kind of shape changing feature? And it says right there, even if the champion is on the high priority list for getting a VGU, that doesn't necessarily mean they are going to be the one getting a VGU. I'm sorry lads, but in only one paragraph, all of the odds are now completely stacked against Cho'gath. I let you guys down. So many of you were just as excited for the Cho VGU as I was, and I gave you guys hope it would happen this year, and for that I'm truly sorry. From this day forth I swear, no more predicting future VGUs, and as an extension to that, no more predicting upcoming events. Wait a second! While Cho'gath may not be getting a VGU, we've still got a metric shit ton of Void teasers. Hell, a new one came out literally the same day my Cho'gath video came out. Well sure, Cho'gath has been eliminated from the possibility of being our mystery VGU, the potential Void event is still very much on the table. And with that said Void event still up to possibility, much like the Sentinels of Light champions or the Caitlyn ASU during Arcane, it isn't too much of a stretch to assume several new champion releases or champion updates could be tied to this event. But again, we don't have hard evidence of this, it's still only speculation.
Leaky pipes can cause major damage.
And here's where we get to the shitty part. I want to preface this part by saying leaks like what happened with Legends of Runeterra I'm perfectly okay with, because in the end, it's just a slip up from someone who works at Riot. Someone over there pressed one too many buttons and accidentally put Victor's voice lines in the game 9 months ahead of schedule.
Join the glorious evolution.
But these kind of leaks, getting private special access at a first look and you just leak it out for the entire world to see, spoiling what these employees have spent their better part of a year working on?
Get the fuck out of here.
It's because of this I'm not going to provide a link to this leaked info or talk about it any more than is absolutely necessary for this video. But with that out of the way, it's time to play some goddamn multiple choice. Because our resident plumbing expert over here didn't want to just leak the VGU and be done with it, they wanted to be cryptic about it too, giving us 4 options as to who the mystery VGU is. Those options being Cho'gath, Jax, Zilean, and Aurelian Listen man, Aesol may be down bad, but he's not down that bad, so in reality we are left with 3 options. Cho, Zilean, and Jax. Strange how all 3 of these champions have very strong ties to the Void, Cho'gath being a Voidborn, while both Zilean and Jax are from Acacia.
Coincidence? I think not!
Now, with Cho already being basically deconfirmed, we're left with only Jax and Zilean. And I mean, Come on, fellas, the answer's obvious. As was explained earlier, Riot doesn't want to spend a lot of resources on this rework. Specifically, they point out skins. Looking at our two contenders, Jax is clocking in a total of 13 skins, one of which being a legendary. That's already 5 more skins than what Cho has, increased to 6 if we count the Wild Rift exclusive Hexplorer Jax. Speaking of Wild Rift, reworking Jax means they would have to rework him there as well, increasing the amount of resources needed to make his VGU possible. I don't know about you guys, but Jax doesn't seem plausible to me. In some cases, he contradicts Reeve's post even more than Cho'gath does. But do you know who fits Reeve 3's description perfectly? Good old Doc Brown over here. How many skins does he have again? Oh, only 6? Half of which are priced at 520 RP? And hasn't even gotten a new skin since 2019? Damn, that sounds like it would require significantly less resources to rework if I do say so myself. But the plausibility of Zilean being the 2022 VGU doesn't just end there. One of the most time-consuming and tedious processes of reworking a champion or making a new one in general is nailing down the design. Champions go through tons of different iterations before the final design is settled upon. It's how we end up with skins like the 1000 Pierce Bear. At one point, this was gonna be Volibear's base skin. But how is this all tied to Zilean? It's actually incredibly simple, because Legends of Runeterra has come to the rescue once again.
Your savior is here!
New and updated design, got you covered, boss. Modernized, more interesting lore, flavor text and follower cards galore already in place. New voice actor, got an absolutely fantastic one who's already proven to do extra voice acting for Zilean outside of the main game.
We must keep the corruption at bay. I suppose soon should be now. A bright future, just as I have always known it would be.
New model, Runeterra's level up animations got that set and ready to go. Although I'm not really sure if they can just straight port over the model or not. I'm not a game designer, but you know, if they can, that's great. If they can't, then, you know, at least they have great reference material. And of course, because the Zilean VGU would be based on his Legends of Runeterra incarnation, it means the Runeterra team wouldn't have to spend a single ounce of time updating him there, because he already would be. The more I think about it, the more it makes sense and the more excited I get. And while I do love Cho'gath and definitely think he deserves his time in the sun, subconsciously I think there's always been a reason I use Zilean when referencing just how bad some of League's older characters are. And hey, just like Cho, Zilean is also a part of the original 40 champions. Looking at them side by side, while Cho is definitely still a mess, I think time has favored him far better than Shurima's grandpa over here. And of course, this still ties into the potential Void event. As one of the last surviving people from one of the greatest Void-related tragedies in Runeterra's history, Zilean would be the perfect protagonist for a Void-related story event. I mean, this is Riot we're talking about, so we know who's going to be the actual protagonist, but, you know. I would actually be incredibly happy to see Zilean get this VGU, and I'd argue besides Cho, he does need it way more than any of the other VGU candidates. Oh my god, look at all our champions on our team, and then look at fucking Zilean, bro. God damn.
What do you mean?
But Cho may have his shot yet. There's a fairly decent chance he'll be on the 2022 VGU poll as well as Shyvana for the 3rd time. It makes sense now. Riot doesn't want to rework these heavily visual-based champions or ones with large skin catalogs unless they have to. And if Cho'Gath's on the poll, then great. If my video is any indication, I think a lot of people would be really excited about it. So I highly encourage you guys to vote for him if he is. Give our favorite Godzilla fanatic the love he deserves. If not, if it's something like Rammus, Trinity, or Kog'Maw, then like, fuck me, I guess.
Shit.
In any case, lads, what do you think? Do you think I'm right? Is the funny Chrono Shift man our actual VGU for this year? Or do you think I'm wrong? Are you still on the Cho'Gath hype train? Maybe it's someone like Shaco or Tryndamere. Maybe it's a champion entirely different we aren't even considering. Be sure to let me know down in the comments. Again, I'm really sorry if any of you fellas got excited for a Cho VGU. Even if I'm wrong, I hope you guys could at least find some kind of entertainment out of these videos anyway. I do my best to make sure these more speculative or informative videos are just as engaging and fun as I can make them, even if my predictions aren't always right. That's all from me, fellas. I'm speedrunning the shit out of this video, so we might know the answer to this question very soon, but I'll see you in the next video.